So this is going to be a beginner handstand workout. We're going to start off with a nice warm-up to get the body prepared by working on the wrist, the elbows, and the shoulders, as well as doing some upper body strength and some core strength and some mobility to make sure that we're nice and ready so that as we get into the inversions, our bodies are as prepared as they need to be so that we can do that training effectively and safely. Once we're all done with that, we'll wrap up with some mobility. So let's get right to it. First thing, we're just going to do a little wrist freestyle to get things moving. So we'll start off on our hands and knees. We're going to have nice active shoulders. We're going to have nice straight elbows. And then from here, we're just going to start moving. Doesn't matter exactly what you do. We're just kind of taking the wrist around into different positions. We can flip them over. We can start to spin and twist. If this is tough for you, you can be a little more gentle, but try to get the back of that wrist to the ground so that we're stretching the back side of those forearms out as much as the underside. A little bit more of this guy, working all the angles. And go ahead, bring your right leg towards the front, hands on the ground. So we're going to go from here, and then we'll straighten this leg out, and we're going to bring that toe back up towards you instead of leaving it down. So we'll do 10 of these. That's 1. We'll come back down. 2, 3, 4. Try to keep your chest up. Don't round over like this. You get a better stretch in your hamstring that way. I think we're on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Step the feet back to the middle. Hands are going to stay in the same place. And now from here, we'll go from a push-up position. We're going to keep those elbows straight. We're going to push back. And then drop our head between our shoulders. Get a little stretch there. And then come back to the front. We'll do 10 of these as well. So that's 1. Push through. 2. Really push those elbows nice and straight. 3. 4. Don't let yourself sag down when you come back to the front. Keep the body tight. 5. 6. 7. Push a little harder as you start to get warmed up. Get a little more opening. 8. Might have missed 7. Talking too much. We'll call this one 9. Pushing through. Last one. 10. Get a nice hard push. We'll hold this one for a few seconds. And then bring that left leg out. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. We'll go 10 with that toe pulling back so we get a nice stretch through that whole leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice job. Next, we're going to get a little more focused on the wrist. We're going to do a first knuckle push-up. So we'll go back to that position we were just in, warming up the wrist. We're going to make sure that that elbow is turned towards the front. Shoulders are nice and active. And now from here, we're going to do 10 reps. We're going to raise up and then come down slowly with me. That's 1. We'll do 9 more. We'll do 10. 2. Slow down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Don't let those elbows bend. 9. 10. slow on the last one. Beautiful. Shake it out a little bit. Go to the back sides of the wrist now. We're gonna do 10 here. Bring the backs of the wrist to the ground. Push yourself back up. If that's painful for you, we'll go knees closer, and you can take weight off as you come down. Whatever we're doing, whatever position we're using, we want to keep a nice tight fist as we come down. So let's do 10 of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So let these wrists relax for a second. We'll do a nice easy stretch for the shoulders. We're going to bring the hands out front. Bring the knees right underneath your hips. And then you're going to drop your shoulders down. Your hands can slide forward as you do so. And now here, we're just going to pull the ribs in and try to continually reach out forward. Let's do 5 big breaths here. That's 1. That's 2. Make sure you're reaching forward. 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Now, a little bit of core strength. I'm gonna use my phone here for a timer, and what we're gonna do is a 60-second hold of a bent, hollow hold. So we'll get the timer ready. In our position, we're gonna be here on our back, and we want our low back to be tight against the ground. So my shoulders are going to be up as high as I can hold them. My knees are going to be right above my hips. If that's hard, you can bring the knees further in this way, and that's going to give your abs better leverage. If the feet go out this way, that's okay, but it gets harder, and that can pull the low back off the ground. So we're going to start with a 60-second hold here to begin. Ready? And here we go. Clock is ticking, 60 seconds. We're just going to hold. Make sure that you're breathing. Make sure that you're keeping those shoulders up nice and high. Don't let yourself get lazy and start to sag down. So here, my low back is still touching, so technically I'm doing a pretty good bent hollow hold, but I can be better by keeping those shoulders up nice and active. You can also think about reaching forward with those hands towards your feet, towards your heels, and that's going to help you stay active as well. So it's about checking yourself throughout and just being patient, feeling those abs working. If you don't feel them yet, make sure those shoulders are nice and high. Make sure that low back is pressed firm into the ground. Let's check it out. Boom, that's 60 seconds. Whew. Take a little rest. Kick on up. So we're gonna go through this sequence 3 times so that our wrist will be super warm. Our shoulders are gonna get nice and open from that cat stretch, and then our abs are gonna be nice and awake from that hollow hold as well. So we'll go back through again. Let's get 10. 1, slow down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slow on that last one. Keep those elbows straight. Very good. Little shake, little shake. Right to the backs of the wrist. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that you can get close if you need to go a little easier on the wrist. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Bring those hands out front. Reach, reach, reach. Push those shoulders down. Big deep breath. Let's do 5 more. 1. Each time you breathe out, really try to sink into that stretch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, hollow hold again. Here we go. We'll get into position. Clock is ticking. We're going 60 seconds here. If on that first set you're like, man, Zach, this is boring. I'm just thinking about all the things I have to do today. It's easy to keep my shoulders up. I'm not being lazy with my hold. I'm not letting my low back come off the ground. I'm staying tight. Then you can try to maybe reach one leg out while keeping that back nice and tight. If this is good for you, you can try 30 seconds on one side. At that 30-second mark, when you're getting about halfway there, you can switch it over to the other side. And of course, if it's burning plenty, staying right here with this bent hollow hold is going to be plenty of work for your abs. I can definitely feel it right now. It's working for me. So I'm just going to hold it right here. And I think we're probably getting pretty close. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Sweet. So, one more time. Let's keep going. Back to that first knuckle. In our setup, that elbow is straight. Shoulders want to be slightly ahead. That's going to put a little stretch on the wrist. If we're here, we don't get much stretch. If we're forward, we get more stretch on that wrist. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a little bonus if those are feeling pretty good and you want to try something a little harder, you can try a negative on this very last one. So we're holding our nice tight shape, and then we're going to do that same lowering down slowly while keeping the body nice and tight. Boom, perfect, good job. To the backs of the wrist now. Nice and easy on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. A little shake. Bring those hands out front. Push those hips back. And we'll bring that chest down to the ground. Nice. And we'll get that shoulder stretch going. From here, let's get those 5 breaths. 1, sinking into it. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a little hold on this last one just because it feels nice. Coming up, we'll get that last hollow hold and we'll be through the first bit of the warm-up. So back to that bent hollow position. We'll hold right here. Shoulders are active, knees are right above the hips, feet are here together, and the hands are reaching. And last set, I mentioned if this felt too easy, we could get a little bit tougher by reaching one leg out. If that was no problem for you, if that was a breeze, boom, then we can go out into a straddle with straight legs. Remember that we got to keep that low back flat on the ground. So straddle with straight legs, low back on the ground is going to be the next level up after bringing one leg out. And if that was no problem for you, we can go legs together or even hands overhead, which is going to get quite tough. Whew. And of course, totally fine to just stay right here with the bent hollow hold, keeping those shoulders up. Whew. For that 60 seconds. Good job. So you should be feeling nice and warm through your core. Our wrists are going to be nice and loose right now, and so we can move into push-ups. We'll keep it rolling. We're going to go right to it, no cuts. For the push-up on my mat, just because of the width of it, I'm going to go to the outsides of it, and I have a little bit of ridge, so I don't like my hand to be on the edge of it. But if your hands are on the edge of your mat, that's totally fine. Really, with push-ups, we just want to be about shoulder width apart or maybe a little wider. So anywhere in this range is going to be totally fine. With the push-up, we're going to want to start in a nice tight position. So if I were to draw a line from my shoulders to my hips to my heels, that should be nice and straight. So this is no good. If my back is saggy in the middle, that's no good. So even if my feet and my butt and my shoulders are in a straight line, my back is crooked here. So I want to be nice and straight and have those active shoulders. From here, we're going to come down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push back up. And that's going to be our push-up. If this is going to be challenging for you and you know that's going to be challenging for you, we can get up onto an elevated surface so that we're pushing at a slightly easier angle. But right now, I'm going to show you the flat version first. We're going to go for 10 with 4 seconds down each rep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. Finish it nice and tight. Press all the way up. Secure it. Whew. Come down. Shake it out. Good job. That's pretty tough. 10 push-ups is not easy. We're going to do some stretching in between to let those arms rest. It's going to be called an active pigeon pose. So, in this position, we'll have the foot in the center line of your body, the hands to either side of your foot, and then we're going to lift that back leg up off the ground. And so I'm going to use this block here, and as I stretch into it, we're going to do 10. So we're going to do 1, you're going to bring that leg down and touch your target. And you're going to try to keep your body right in the middle. 2, and use your hip to turn that knee to the outside. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll hold 10 seconds on this last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Come back up. We'll switch our target over to the other side, and we will repeat this guy. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll hold 10 seconds on this last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. So we're not going to rest. We're going to go right to the push-ups next. Staying in it. 10 reps again. Getting up onto that elevated surface if you need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3. Stay with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9. Make sure that body's staying straight on this last one, keeping it tight. Making that last rep the best rep of every set. Finish it tight at the top. Whew. A little bit of rest. I felt pretty good on that last set, so I'm actually going to lower my block down a little bit to make it more challenging for myself. If you can reach the floor, that's totally fine. So we'll go here in our setup position, hands to the side. We'll drop that knee down, touch our target. 2, 3, 4. Make sure I hit it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll hold. Good. Other side. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll hold it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Bring it back to the top. No rest. Right to that next set of push-ups. Here we go. Elevated surface if you need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2. Keeping that body rigid. Don't let it sag. 3. 4. Don't let that head go down. Keep that head neutral. 5. Don't let those elbows flare out. This is no good. Keep them in. 6. 4 more. 7. 8. 9. 10. Secure that position. Most Excellent. Good job. Let's stretch one last time. We're gonna go no block. If you need to keep using the block or a higher block, whatever it is, that's totally fine as well. So here we go. I'm gonna see if I can get all the way to the ground on these. Foot is right in the middle. Hands go to either side. And from here, we're just gonna drop down, touch that leg to the ground. That's 1. Very nice. 2, 3, 4, keeping that back leg straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's hold this guy, push that knee onto the ground, supporting ourselves. 10 seconds, close to 10 seconds. It's not going to be exact, and that's totally fine. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. Whew, come back out, switch sides. We'll go right to it. Here we go. Touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get that nice hold, pushing that back leg straight, pushing that knee into the floor. We'll hold for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Alrighty, so we're rolling right through. We're gonna move on next to finally getting inverted. We're gonna use a pike handstand here to get inverted, so that it's a little bit safer than if we have our feet up against a wall. Since you probably don't have a spotter, you're watching this video by yourself more than likely, we're gonna make it so it's very accessible, and it's gonna put less weight on your wrist, so it's not gonna be quite as taxing, and hopefully we can do a longer hold. So here's how it's gonna go. We're gonna set up, we're gonna put both hands on the ground about shoulder width apart, and then we're gonna pike our butt into the air on our tiptoes with nice active shoulders. So this would be lazy shoulders here, you can see, and then that would be active shoulders. And we don't want to sit back on our heels. We want to try to push forward on our toes so that we have weight in our hand. I'll turn sideways when we do the exercise so you can see that angle a little bit better, but make sure that those hands are as narrow as we can keep them under our shoulders, because this is not under your shoulders, way out here. Fingers will face straight ahead, hands will be right under your shoulders. So here we go. We're gonna go for 60 seconds. I'm gonna get up into position, hands are shoulder width apart, walk forward, up under my tippy toes, boom, hit my timer, I'm going. And now it's just all about holding, squeezing those thighs in this direction. Don't let them push that way. Whew, might feel a little bit of ab burn, should feel quite a bit of shoulder burn. And all we're doing is holding. Coming up on that halfway point. If you feel your weight start to shift back towards your feet, that's okay, fight it. Stay up on those hands. And if you can squeeze, if you can check out my fingers and squeeze the floor, that'll help grow those hands nice and strong. So we're pushing, pushing, pushing. 15 seconds to go. When you feel Freddy Soft whisper in your shoulders and your ears that it's okay to relax, push back up, hold it tight. 5, 3, 2, 1. Whew, that was tough. Good job. We're gonna mix in a little bit of leg so the shoulders can rest. We're gonna do 3 sets of this guy. We're gonna do a single leg good morning. In this movement, we're gonna stand on one foot. We're gonna keep that chest nice and tall, and I'm gonna hinge forward without bending my knee and keeping that back straight. As low as you're able to go, we'll come back up. If you need to tap the toes on the ground for a little bit of assistance for balance, that's a-okay, But what we want to work towards, what we want to actually do, is foot in the air. So we're going to go 10 reps on my pace, on my tempo, with a 10-second hold at the end. Here we go. One. Knee stays perfectly straight. Two. Nice and slow on the way down, control it. Three. If you need to do a little tap, that's no big deal. Don't lean on it. 4. 5. 6. Stay balanced. 7. 8. 9. We'll hold 10 seconds on this last one. Hold it, count it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Don't touch. Under control. Whew, here we go. Other side. 10 reps. Go right to it. That's 1. Keep that back straight as you can. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Keep feeling here in the hip, hamstring, maybe down into the calf. Let's hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, don't lose the balance. Save it. And then come back up. Good job. Here we go. Back to the pike handstand hold. And pike it up. If you can, going on the tops of the feet is more professional. If we're here on the feet, it's really easy to use the legs a lot more than we should. But if we can get on the tops of those feet, then that can help us to use our hands more and put more strength in the shoulders. So we're holding and holding and holding, piking as high as we're able to, keeping our shape, active shoulders pushing up, shoulders squeezing right into the bottoms of your ears, pushing up high. Whew, 20 seconds to go. Hang on tight. Keep on pushing. Remember to breathe. 10 seconds. And rest. Whew. Good job. Here we go. Right back to that single leg good morning. One leg up. Let's come on down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And we'll hold it here on this last one. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Right to that other side. Here we go. Chest is up tall. Keep that knee locked as we come down. 1. 2. Maintain balance. 3. 4. 5. Try not to touch the ground with your other foot. 6. 7. 8. 9. hold. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up under control. Ooh. All right, here we go. Last set of pike handstands. We'll pike them up. Remember, on the tops of the feet if you can. Clock is running. This is our last hold. Best effort here. Push up hard, keep those shoulders active, active, active. If the feet hurt, turn them over. If you're okay, use those shoulders, stay on the tops. Don't get lazy, don't sag down, push, push. And trust your body to do the work. We got a little under 30 seconds to go. We are past halfway on the last set. Ten seconds. Nice job. All right, let's rock and roll. Right to this last set. Single-legged good morning. Leg is up. Let's move down. Control it for balance. That's 1. 2, feel that hip burn. 3, 4, 5, 6, remember to keep your standing legs straight. 7, 8, 9, last one, let's hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on up. Nice job. Little shaky shake. Right to the other leg. Come on down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're holding. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, that's a good burn on that one. Nice work. Really good job. Let's stretch it out, cool it down a little bit. So, let's take care of the wrist first. Super duper simple. Let's just get a little passive stretch here. We'll rock back towards you. Not counting specific reps here. Flip them over. We'll go the opposite direction now, so we'll go forward, nice and easy. Try to keep those elbows locked. Dodging golf balls coming my way. Sorry for the flinch in the video. And then we'll flip them over. Let's just go one at a time here, nice and easy. And we'll just twist this hand with the back of the wrist on the mat. Shake them out. Other side. Shake them out. And now this is a fun one. We're going to lay the forearm on the ground. Then we're going to push that knee onto him. Maybe I should change angles a little bit. So we're gonna lay this forearm on the ground, put that knee on it, and then just give a little massage. As easy or as hard as you want to do it is great. Same thing other side. You can see when you press down on the forearm, it curls the fingers up. So we're really working and loosening up those muscles that are connected to the hands. Very nice. Let's go back to that stretch we did in the warm-up for the shoulders. This time, let's do 10 breaths. Nice and easy, so we're not gonna push into it as hard. We can lay the head on the mat. And we're just relaxing here. So that's 2 breaths in. I'm at 7 breaths. If you're a little different, that's no problem at all. That's 10 breaths. Fantastic. And so the last stretch we'll do is just a simple pancake. We're gonna sit out nice and wide so we feel a stretch here in our groin, and we will try to posture tall and reach forward. If you're much more flexible than me, you may come down and touch your head to the ground, but you want to try to do it by keeping your back flat, not by rounding over. So like me, I can reach. You can probably see my back poking up behind my head. So what I'm going to try to do here is just lean forward with a nice flat back, then use my hands for support. And so I'm in my best position now. I'm just going to hold this for 10 breaths, trying to gently sink deeper into the stretch as I go. So first breath. Two more breaths. Very nice. And then very slowly come back up. Reach to your left. Come back up. Reach to your right. A really great stretch I like to do every night before bed. So if you want to get a few more cycles of that forward plus the left plus the right, go for it. But that wraps it up for our beginners handstand session. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for your hard work. Good job, and let's get good at handstand.